really in that, and I give them a lot of credit because they have the option to get everybody together and get the call right. And I think that's what they did. We had the same scenario about a week or so ago, an umpire telling me that it was 100% right, and they never brought it together. And then afterwards, the other guys say we probably should have brought it together to get it right, and that's basically all I said is there's no harm. If he's off the bag, then everybody would see it. So please just, I'll go back to the dugout, I'll shut my mouth, and I give him a lot of credit for getting the call right. That's an excellent job, I think, by our Big Ten officials.
I guess just how did you convince him to do that? I mean, because it sounds like. How did you just kind of?
Well, just what I said right there.
Yeah.
And I think everybody has conviction in what they see, and we have instant replay in the Major League Baseball now, and I think we're seeing people miss calls. So I just appreciate the fact that there wasn't an ego involved on either side of that. That he said, absolutely, I'll go and we'll get the call right.
What I guess just take us through the last inning, basically. Nolden draws the walk. Had an opportunity to send him with Clark on the single. Just what made you decide to keep him?
They were shallow.
Yeah.
They were shallow. We had the top of our order coming up with one out. We were not going to make the second out at the plate, so he would have been out by a long way. 2 outs, you definitely send him there, but 1 out, we still have 2 pretty good hitters coming. So.
Just how big is it for Casey to get hit like that too?
That was big. I mean, and the ironic part, I had bunt on that pitch. Mm-hmm. He stepped out, called time, and so I go, okay, well, I got to take it off right here. So, that was huge.
That walk-off hit, does that kind of ease the pain from the 9 for you had bases running there?
Well, yeah. I mean, it didn't have to be a walk-off. Well, it would have been a walk-off. It didn't have to be as even dramatic as that. But, that was frustrating. That's what I told the team was, what I was most proud of today is we had a very disappointing ending of that inning, but our guys just kept playing. We went out and made quality pitches and made plays, and that's the sign of a mature team. So I was very pleased with what they did.
What do you think of Christian today?
He threw very well. I probably could have stuck with him a little bit longer, but I thought he did his job, and I trust our bullpen. But I thought that was a quality start.
And then what are you looking at tomorrow as far as the pitching staff goes?
Well, Brian Cordy, we're going to give him the ball and hope that he does what he's been doing, which is throwing strikes and pounding the zone. And Brian was good stuff, has as good of stuff on the team, so I'm looking forward to seeing him out there tomorrow.
How tough is that turnaround from Wednesday to Sunday, I guess? I mean, do you feel like that's enough rest for him, I guess?
Well, yeah, because he's pretty fresh. I mean, he's about as fresh an arm as we have, but I think he's going to be excited to have the Big Ten start, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about him being fatigued. I would have to yank the ball out of his hand, I think.
What, just offensively, what made it just tough to get anything going? Obviously, looked like Alaman Kid was tough to do it.
That guy was good. I mean, he's throwing a 93, 94 mile-an-hour fastball, moving it around, throwing his changeup in any count for a strike. He was... I made that comment in the middle of the game. I said, this dude's as good as we've seen. So, it's tough when you don't get a win as well as he pitched. But I actually, if I'm a fan and not the coach in the opposition, I really enjoyed watching that kid throw today.
That's good.